Right then, everybody. So, the equipment I've got, we'll go through that. We'll just go the warm up first of all. So let's have a nice little steady march and on the spot. Let's get those arms working. Okay. So if Craig is still there, hopefully you send a request through. I haven't had nothing yet. So nice little steady march, using those arms. Obviously you can do this from a seated position or standing up. It's nice and easy to do, nice and simple. Okay. Then what we're going to do then is just start off as I always do, and you're probably all sick of it by now. We're just going to do some shoulder rolls. So taking it up and rolling those arms back. I always find it a really nice one to do first thing in the morning. If I get out of bed, really just stretching those arms out. Even if you want to hold it there for a couple of seconds, that is fine, just to loosen everything up. Good. And then I'm going to take a little more of the camera, get a touch, use your Jan's watching, hey, good morning. And then take a little walk back, perfect. Just going to do a couple of side steps. Just again, just to open up those hips. Get those hips in, there we go. Hips don't lie, they're tight. We've been walking. There we go. There, perfect. And then back into a nice little march again then. And what we're going to do is just slowly kicking out. We're just going to slowly kicking out. So stretching those arms, hamstrings a little bit more dynamically. Looks a little bit silly, like John Cleese walking, but it does have a purpose. It really does. Obviously you can use the table to hold on to as you're going along. Back into a nice little steady march and just to stretch those hamstrings out. And then what we're going to do then is bringing in our arms in. So we're going to do a big shoulder roll now, going all the way up and then rolling it back down. Taking it all the way up and rolling it back down then for me. Good. Really mobilizing the shoulder joint. Okay. Always nice to do. And then we're going to take 2 steps to your right or my left. Back into a nice little steady march, and then what we're going to do then is tap the inner part of our foot. So this is one of today's daily challenges, was to do this for 30 seconds. So have a little look later if you have time. And then this is what it is. Obviously if you want to make it easier, you can touch the inside of the knee and touch the inside of the foot. Okay, it's just opening those hips up again. Take 2 steps in. Back into the centre again, take a walk up the camera, get a touch to see who's here, not to worry mate, we'll try next time. So Craig's going to have a little look at it next time, and unfortunately we couldn't get it to work, but we'll keep on trying with that, so it gives you something to focus on as well. Back into a nice little steady march on the spot again. We're going to take 2 steps then to my right, so your left, so 1 and 2, back into a nice steady march. Okay, and from there we're just going to do some side steps again. There we go. But bring in the arms in this time as well into some half jacks, but it's nice and slow. Okay, nice and slow. There we go. That's nice and steady. And then back into the centre again. So 1, 2, back into a nice little march. We're going to do some crossovers, but nothing too high. As you can see, this is just the warm up. So we want to gradually build our heart rate up. All right. So I'm just doing it nice and steady. We want to fully mobilize our body before we do any sort of activity. We want to be nice and warmed up. We want these muscles to be prepared, ready for what's about to happen. Okay? We don't want to shock them. So that's where injuries and everything like that else kicks in. And then back into a march. Good. So then just stand feet width apart, taking the knees off lock, bring the elbows in nice and tight. We're going to hold it now. So it's Friday, so imagine you holding 2 glasses of Prosecco. You don't want to tip them, or gin, or whatever drink you prefer. Or if you don't drink 2 glasses of water, anything that you can think of. And then just move from side to side. So you're just concentrating on the middle half of the body, okay? There we go. And then back into a nice little march on the spot. And then we're going to take a walk up the camera and get a touch. Is Glynis here? Who's here all day? Charlie, ready to go? Yes! Tagging those, getting those likes in this. We get a virtual like, a virtual high five so we know who's watching. Back into a nice little steady march. So I wonder if Glynis is here. Roy, no Roy. Chris, Lynn, Trish. Said it right that time. Andrew's here as well. Wonder if Bobby's here. Hasn't come in yet. And back into some side steps again. There we go, into those half jacks. There we go. And then this time, as you take a step a little bit wider, okay, bit wide in the shoulders, hands down to the side. Excellent, there's the lights coming through, that's good, let me know you're here. That's good, going from side to side, so keeping the body up nice and straight, so from the side it kind of looks like so. There we go, so mobilising our lower part of the back, so if you do suffer from any sort of back pain, this is a very, very good one to do, to mobilise it and get it ready then for what we're about to do, okay? And back into a nice little steady march again. So from there we're going to go into some hamstring curls. Curling our leg up towards our bum, alright? Bringing in the chest press, bringing out straight in today, no messing about. Here we go. That's it. So what we're going to do is stretch more dynamically today, okay? So we're not going to do any static stretches. We're going to stretch all dynamically today, alright? So lifting the legs up. Obviously if you're sitting down in the chair, what you can do is some leg extensions, okay? Then to stretch your hamstrings, we're going to really start kicking back out again. Just kicking through, like so. Again, it looks like a John Cleese walk, but you're really stretching down through. That's and then back into a nice little steady march on the spot as well. Perfect, well done. Into those chest presses again, into a march, so really pushing forward and then back. Okay, so you're opening up those chest muscles, keeping those elbows up nice and high, and then we're going to do opposite arm, opposite leg. So keep that flowing. Obviously if you're sat down in a chair, what you can do is a leg extension, and obviously opposite arm, opposite leg, like so. Always an easy to do. I'm going to take the camera, get a touch. You, who's here? Good morning, Em. Good morning, Errol. Hey, what's happening, everybody? Andrew's all here. Morning, Roy. Excellent. Get a touch in there. Back into a nice little steady march again. So from there, we're going to do some heel digs, just tapping that heel on the floor, just like so. And we're going to do some bicep curls as well. Just curl my arms up, touching the shoulders, and then taking it back down again. So from the side, it looks like so. So we're going to stretch, as I said, more dynamically today. So we're going to be stretching, basically that means just stretching on the move. Okay, that's it, and back into a march. So this time we're going to take a little bit of a march, lifting our leg up, and see if you can touch the top of the knee. So touching that, that's it. Boom, a little bit of a stretch, and stretching up, really stretching those hamstrings again. So again, as you can see, you don't have to lift the leg up high, you can just do it like as I'm doing, like so. So it's just stretch up the hamstrings and lifting them up through. That's good. Perfect, back into a nice little steady march again then, right, straight into it. So from there, into some side taps again, and we're going to do a shoulder press. So taking my arms above my head. If you find this difficult, obviously you can just take the arms up as high as you can. So good morning everybody, it's Friday, it's the weekend, and then even though some people don't even know it, next week is half term, believe it or not. Yes. So that means no schoolwork, that's all. That is good for me, that is good for me. And then we're going to do opposite arm, opposite leg, and good for the kids as well. Not that anybody knows any different at the moment. There we go. And then back into a shoulder press. But this time you're going to hold it for a second and bring it back down. Take it back up, hold it for a second, and then bring it back down. Back into a nice steady little march. We're going to work the calves now then. So we're going to come up onto our toes and back down. Using the table or chair in front if you need to for support. And here we go. Coming up. And then back down. Perfect. Well done. Just stretching out those calf muscles before we go into the dynamically stretching them. And then from there into the tap backs. This time, like we do in a cool down, we're going to make sure that heel touches the floor. But as you can see, I'm going that a little bit quicker than the cool down, okay? But I'm really focusing on getting that heel down onto the floor. I'm going to bring my arms in as well to make it a little bit more, make it harder for myself. You can hear me breathing. And that's it. Only bring the arms up to as high as you can, so it may only be up to shoulder height. That'll be fine, okay? Excellent. Perfect. And then from there, we're going to go into some high knees. So we're really going to start taking it up now a notch. Alright, don't forget, you can have a drink of water whenever you can, whenever you need to. please feel free. Perfect. Hope you've got all the kit around you while I go through what, as you can see, I've only got 2 tins of beans with me today, and I'll explain the reason why as we go along. Oh, Steve's still cold, yeah, he normally has his weights ready. Roy has his weights, I think he showed me a picture of his setup earlier the other day. There we go, and then from there, we're going to stretch right up this time. Stretching right up, as high as we can, almost like a ladder climb. Alright, and then, can you get the clap underneath your legs? Bring it up, as you see, I'm not lifting my legs up too high. I'm even just touching my fingers at some point, just to get a little bit different, just to do something different. Give it a little bit more variety. So all I'm doing is tapping my fingers, just underneath my toes, just really get my breath out. And back into a nice little starting march. So that was right into it, that really flew up a bit quickly there. Right then, so let's get a tap from everyone and see who's here. Right then, right? Excellent. Errol, Andrew, Craig, Lynn. Perfect. So what we're going to do today is we're going to pretty much same format as we did on Wednesday. So 45 seconds of work, and we're going to do 20 seconds of rest, okay? I've added a couple of new different exercises or movements, different exercises, you've all done them before, they're just done in different ways, okay? So we're going to do some punching today, we're going to do some uppercuts, just to get a variant on it, add a little bit more cardio side to it, alright? So that's why I've got the tins of beans there today. Again, you can use weights if you've got dumbbells, or if you've got some bottles full of water, or small bottles of water, they'd be pretty good as well to kind of go through. Alright, so we're going to work, as I mentioned, we're going to work for 45 seconds and then 20 seconds of rest. Okay, so we're going to be working quite hard. I'm going to show you seated alternatives as well. Alright, again, if you want to use some bag with the weights, so the first one we're going to start off with is some sit-to-stands with an upright row. Okay, so sit-to-stands with an upright row. So always leading up the hands up to the chin and taking it back down. Again, I'm going to be using some tins there, alright? And then I'll explain the rest then as we go along. So we're going to do this twice, with 2 minutes rest in between. We have 8 exercises today, okay? And we'll go through them. Let's get the timer set up, so we already know where we're going. So we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, and off we go. So sit-to-stands with an upright row. So we're going to go up and down. That's good. Again, if you want to do this from behind the chair, you can do. If you sat in the chair, you can do some upright rows and some leg extensions as you're doing it. And as Craig is, I think, commenting there about perhaps what we can do. But hopefully that's it. Oh, so we're really taking it out. Remember, go at your own pace. I'm going nice and steady today. Yeah. Or if you want to make it a little bit harder, you can just touch the bum onto the floor. Onto the floor, be done. Onto the chain, come back up. So 3, 2, 1, and relax. Next exercise now. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 punches. 1, 2, and then bring in a high knee. Then we're going to go 1, 2, high knee. 1, 2, high knee. As you see, I'm using weights. You don't have to. Well, I say weights, tins. You can use weights if you want to, or you can use anything you need to, or just use the movement. So here we go. So 1, 2, high knee. 1, 2, high knee. Obviously, you can go slower, like so. Obviously, this can be done sitting down as well. Still just as easy. So if you want to add a little bit more cardio to it, you can really bring that up. So it does require a bit of coordination as well. 1, 2, lifting the knee. 1, 2. Don't forget you can rest whenever you need to. And then if you're ready, you can go back into it. So 1, 2, high knee. 1, 2 punches. High knee again, 1, 2, high knee, 1, 2, high knee again, 1. Excellent, keep it going guys. So I'm really concentrating on the workout, or you can just do the punches, okay? And relax, perfect. So next one, what we're going to do is we're going to work our stomachs. So depending on how far you can go down, what we're going to do is go 1, touching the knee, and then bringing it back up. So touching the top of the knee and bringing a hand up. So you're going to do 4 of those, 4 on one side, and then 4 on the other. Here we go. So obviously if you sat down, what you can do is touch the knee and bring it up as well, or get that out the hand, touch out the part of the knee and bring it up. So you should feel it all in the stomach. So if I set up 3, 4, and then swap. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's working the stomach, but I'm also really getting a good cardio workout from it, especially for 45 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can do it really slowly if you want to. So 1, concentrating on that rotation. 2, especially if you have a bad back. 3, and then, whoa, wow, you get 4 quick in the side. Even me up. 3, 4, and then relax back into a nice little march. Right, the next one we have now is some lunges. So back to working the legs again, something we've always done before. It's really important to have strong legs, guys. It's going to help us walk up the stairs, help to walk up inclines. That's what it's designed for. So when you're ready, here we go. So lunging down only as far as you can go. Well done. That's it. So with no messing around today, straight into it. Again, make sure you only go down as far as you can. Like I said, Craig, if you can go down quite low, Craig put a pillow down here, which is a really good idea. Obviously, what you can do is have 2 chairs. Have a chair either side, so you're fully supported, or you can just have the chair to your side and choose the one arm. It's entirely up to you as you go along. Alright? Again, we've been doing it a lot. This is about 8 weeks, 7 weeks in lockdown. Wow! And you're still here with us. That's a credit to you, that is. 2, 1, excellent. Right, so we're going to go back into boxing one. We're going to be Rocky Balboas now. Okay, so what we're going to do is 1, 2 uppercuts, and then we're going to kick out 1, 2, like so. So like we did in the one, obviously you don't have to kick out as far as that. You can just do like so, like a can-can one. Okay, so here we go. So 1, 2, and then 1, 2 kick outs. Okay, so 1, 2, and 1 kick out, 2 kick out. So 1, 2. So really putting the cardio work in. 2. Again, if you want to go quicker, you can go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's really depending up to you what you want to do. As you can see, I'm going to go slow. It's nice. I'm concentrating on the movement. 1, 2. I don't want to injure myself. 1, 2. Especially when if I'm kicking out, I don't want to pull a hamstring. 1, 2. Obviously, if you're finding this difficult, you can just do the uppercuts and just punch it forward, bring the arms up and down. There we go. Excellent. I hope everyone found that one all okay. It's a bit of a different one. Excellent. So again, this time now we're going to work on those stomach muscles. So we're going back into that seated crunch, okay? So again, as I mentioned on, I think Wednesday, you can either use one leg, okay? Or if you want to, you can use both legs off the floor. I'm going to start off with the easier option to see what I can cope with, and then I can always make it harder. If you always start with a hard one, you might end up injuring yourself. So as you can see, my shoulders are back on the chair. I'm thinking, oh yeah, I can add a couple more. I can do 1, 2. My back is still rested on that chair. I found it a little bit more harder this time. And if you want to make it a little bit more harder again, you can sit right on the edge and really take the back up off the floor and push forward and back. I'm going to stick to these ones so it makes it a little bit easier for myself whilst talking. We've only got about 9 seconds left, guys, so we're flying through this. Well done. Very quickly today. I'm putting sweat on and then relax. Brilliant. Right then, so what we're going to do now is some punches, like so, and we're going to add some heel digs in there. So we're going to punch forward. If you find this difficult, what you can do is a chest press. So I'm going to do it nice and slow. So punches with a heel dig. Just punching forward. Think of someone you're not too happy with, get all that aggression out. Could be me, could be Craig, could be Phil. If you haven't seen him for a while, think, where is he? What are you? Kicking in through. We want to see his face. That's him. That's him. As I said, you can, with this one, you can go as quick as you want, or you can go as slow as you want. That's the beauty with these ones. You can go to a level that suits you. And all I'm doing is tap my heel on the floor, and then I can adjust the speed of my arms and my legs as I feel fit and ready to do it. Good, well done. Last one then, guys. Before we have a little break, it's the ladder climbs. So we're going to back into some cardio again, lifting the arms above our head and the knees up as high as you can. So from the chair, this all can be done from the seated position. Okay, I'll do this one sitting down, and away we go again. So there's no rest with this one today, it's all quite cardio based, okay? We have added a little bit of weight in there. I say a little bit, yeah, it is with the beans and the tomatoes. That's stretching up. It's quite hard sitting down there. I think I prefer standing up than sitting down. Whew. That's it, left and straight up as high as we can. Just remember, you can slow it right down. Honestly, you just go at your own pace. We want to prevent injuries, that's the whole idea, and increase mobility. That's the idea of our sessions, and build strength up, okay? So here we go, 2, 1, and then relax, good. So what we're going to do now is have 2 minutes rest now, guys. Whew. So grab yourselves a drink of water, get that to that camera, boom, excellent, steady hand. Won't be upsetting the boss in the kitchen. How's everyone doing? Excellent, Dad. I forgot. What did he do? Got the wrong parcel. So excellent, John. Everyone's still here. Roy, Pat is on you. Excellent, Pat. What are you doing? Lynn, Chris, and Trisha. Got it right again. Smashing in there. And what's happening? Oh, Errol. Hope you're still here. Hope Steve is still. Is Steve watching? I can't quite see the comments. So I'm just flicking through ever so quickly at the moment. So well done. Obviously that's really testing on your cardiovascular. Okay, Roy's still here. Brilliant, top man. So you can see how it can be done quite hard or it can be done quite easy. So it is a mixture of the two and what we can do, okay? So you find the level that suits you. Personally, I always start off easy and then I can always build. Reason being, if I start off too hard and I end up getting injured, or there's a potential I could get injured, or I could really flag after the first 5 seconds, I kind of get demoralised with that. I would rather come from there thinking, God, I feel really good, oh, that was quite easy today, I did that. I know next time I think, right, well, I can make it a little bit harder, and my confidence is up there, as opposed to finishing it and my confidence is a little bit down here. So whenever you do something new for the first time, or whenever you're going to do something a little bit quicker, always make it that little bit easier to start off with, and then build on that and progress as you go through, okay? Because it just builds up confidence as well, and that's what we want. We really, really want to build up people's confidence and people's strength, people's cardiovascular. We really want people to be fitter, especially within your own homes. That's what we're trying to do. Right, let's get back into it. So, the first exercise is some squats with some upright rows. Are we all ready? So 3, 2, 1. Let's go, let's kick it in. Let's bring those weights up to those chins and back down. As I mentioned, obviously you can just do a leg extension here as well. Don't have to do sit to stand. Again, the speed of it all depends on you, okay? So if you really think, oh, this is a bit too easy, I want to go a little bit quicker, you can do. Or even if you want to do 2 quick, 1, 2, and then the rest back down a little bit slower. It's up to you how you want to work it, okay? We're just giving you the tools, and then you from there then decide what you're able to do, okay? And then relax, good. So from there, we're going to go back into the 1, 2 punches, and then a high knee. 1, 2, cheers, and then a high knee into that. Just remember, you don't have to lift the knee up high. Even if you find it difficult, you can just tap the toe. So you can go 1, 2, tap the toe, 1, 2, tap the toe. So it's all about coordination, okay? Here we go. So 1, 2, high knee, 1, 2, high knee. As you see, I'm starting off slow, just to get that coordination, and then as I get a bit more confident, I can start go a little bit quicker within that. I'll show you from the side. So I'm keeping my arms straight, so really punching right out. 1, 2, and I'm lifting my knee up a good height, okay? But you can only just lift up to there if you need to. It's entirely up to you. 1, 2, up through. 1, 2, bring it up, 1, 2, take it up, 1, 2. So there's a lot of cardio involved today, alright, getting those heart rates up. It's Friday, why not? That's it, and then relax, brilliant. So, into the ankle tap, so working the stomachs then, alright. As I mentioned before, you can just do it slowly if you want to. It's just opening that tap. So I'm touching the top of my thigh there, and I'm bringing it up. I'm opening my body up. 1, okay. So 4 on one side, 4 the other. Let's go. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you feel like you can get lower, please feel free. So 1, so lower will be touching the knee. 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to progressively get lower. Let's go to the knee this time. So 1, 2, opening the body up. 3, 4. You can even do this with weight if you want to. You can do it with a tin of beans, 1, or a bottle of water. 2. Just be careful not leaning over too much. 3 and 4. Excellent. I'm going to do 2 on each side to finish off. 1, 2. Let's get it in. 1 and 2. Just past there. Oof, I always like that, a little bit of a shake, a little bit of a march after that, just to recover. So, we're going to go into the lunges now again. So if you do want to grab the chair for support, please feel free, okay? Or you can use the table, whichever thing is around really for you to do. Hope everyone's feeling okay. So I'm going to use the table this time and the chair to show you fully supported. There we go. So as I come forward, you can really see I'm using my arms, using the tops of my shoulders as I'm doing it. So this is a really good one if you think of getting in and out of a chair to strengthen that upper body, but I'm not putting too much strain or too much pressure on it, okay? And I'm not the same with the legs, so I'm distributing the weight and the workload all over, all right? So it makes it easier for me, all right? Don't always have to do things the hard way, okay? That's it, well done everybody. Keeping it going, keep it in a nice steady pace. Brilliant. So from there, we're going to go to the uppercuts. Here we go. So we're going to go 1, 2, 1, and 2. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. Again, if you want to do 4, just do the uppercuts. That's fine. If you find it difficult with the knees, just remember you can do that. Okay, so here we go. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Nice and slow. 1, 2, 1, 2. So as you can see before doing the uppercut, I keep keeping soft knees to keep that back nice and straight. I don't want to be hunching over, okay? So 1, 2, and then 1 kick, 2 kick. 1, 2, 1 kick, 2 kicks. So it's stretching the hamstrings and it's doing something different as we're pulling up the arms. As if we're perhaps lifting up some heavy shopping bags, the arms, 2, but we're doing it nice and slow. 1, 2 again. Here we go. Keep it going. 1, 2, 1, and 2. Excellent. Well done. Perfect, guys. Right, so then we're going to go into the seated crunches, okay? Working that stomach area, all right? Just remember, for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my heels on the floor and my shoulders rested against the chair because I find this is probably the best one for you guys to do, all right? There we go. I'm just lifting one leg up at a time. If you do feel confident, obviously, and safe, you can bring the 2 feet in and that will work the stomach a little bit longer. You may want some more rest in between each one, okay? But it's up to you what you do. There we go, nice and steady, good. Taking it in. Don't forget, you can always miss one out or rest for a little bit longer. Do what you can. And then you think, whew, I've had enough. You know, it's whatever you need it to be. That's what these sessions are designed for. It's whatever you can do, all right? So just kicking out. So we've got 5 seconds left. Brilliant. 3, 2, 1, and up on the feet again. Woo. Excellent. So we're going back into the punches again. So we're going to go keep on punching with the arms, and we're going to add in some heel digs in there. I'm using weights. You don't have to do that. You can even do a chest press if you want to. All right. It's just getting those arms moving, punching back and forth. So when you're ready, let's go. So punching forward and with some heel digs. As you can see, I start off slow, wait till I get my confidence, and then once I think getting pretty good now, I can go a little bit quicker, and I can go a little bit quicker, a bit of coordination, and whew, I'm done. And then I'll start off slow again. Okay, so starting off slow, and then I'm going to build up to quicker and quicker and quicker, and then you find a pace that suits you, and then stop, have a little bit of a rest. Got plenty of time, so I'll go back into it to finish it off nice and steady. 2, 1, brilliant. Into the ladder climbs, last one then guys, last one. Here we go. So ladder climbs, so stretching up as high as we can, just like so. Okay. So last one. 3, 2, 1, and off we go. So bring it up, getting it up. 45 seconds of workout. These are 8 exercises. We repeated them twice. 16 altogether. Okay. And I'm stretching up as high as I can. So it's a short little workout. Okay, but it really does get you out of breath quite quickly with what we're doing. That's it. There's very little rest in between. That's it. Take the arms above my head, stretching right out. Here we go. Keep me going. Just remember, you don't have to go at this pace. You can really slow it right down. So you can see you can adapt these exercises to whatever suits you best. 2, 1, and rest. Let's go ahead, touch on that one. Boom, excellent. Hope everyone's really enjoying it. Everyone's still, yes, good, perfect. So well done. It is quite a tough one today. It is quite a difficult one. Okay, but well done if you persevered with it. Don't forget, you can always make these exercises easy or as hard as you need to. I'm just going to turn that timer off because we're all done. Excellent. So what you're going to do is go straight into that little bit of a cool down now, so to really lower those heart rates back down. Okay, and we're just going to start off with a nice little steady pedal. I hope everyone is still with us. Hope everyone's still here. That sounds like terrible, I did. Hope everyone's still watching. That's right, no, everyone's still with us. Hope everyone is still watching. Well, that was hard. So please again feel free to comment and like. As well, the more likes it helps us to find out exactly what we're doing. Alright, make sure everything is all okay. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of a march, and then from there I'm just going to do some half jacks and taking my foot out to the side and taking it back down. Okay, there we go. So stretching up all the shoulders, stretching across the top. Perfect, well done everybody. Excellent, good work, well done. Hope I've motivated you this morning, keeping it going, keeping it flowing, and back into a nice little steady march again then. Okay, so from there we're going to do some hamstring curls. Just curl my legs up. There we go. Excellent. Let's check in the time. All good. So as you can see, that was only really probably about what? Half hour workout, but it was a very half hour, quite high intensity workout there, going straight from one, straight to the other. But just remember, it can be adapted. You can do it quite hard, or you can make it as easy as you want to, okay? Back into a nice little steady march, okay? Going to bring in the arms in, push them forward, and then bringing them back. I'm going to take it back down, so even if you want to do it from a chair, you can do as well. So I'm slowly bringing my heart rate down, nice and steady. Okay. And then back in, lowering those arms down, back into a nice little march. Okay. So from there then, we're going to do the heel digs, tapping our heels on the floor. Alright. And then I'm going to slowly kick out for 1. And then 2, 3, and then 4. Again, a nice little tap of the heel on the floor again. So that's good. And then taking it out again. 1, 2, back into a nice little steady march. Just to stretch all of those hamstrings really, and what we've been doing. From there, we're just going to do some side steps, okay? Just tapping our foot to the side, and I take my arm above arms above my head and bring it back down. Above my head. So I'm stretching my muscles dynamically. So rather than hold them for the stretch, you can do if you want to. I'm just showing you how it can be done without doing that stretch motion. I'm just warming the coolness down for that little bit longer. And then bringing the arms back down. There we go, a little bit of a shake. A couple of shoulder rolls wouldn't go amiss as well, just to loosen up those joints. Now that they're fully mobilized, they should be fully warm, fully working. So ones like this and the thoracic and the side bends are very good to do before you get out to bed, or even if you're sitting on the edge of the bed. It's very, very good to do. Back there into some tap backs. Okay. That's it, tapping my foot all the way back. Make sure my heel is touching that floor. Okay. Make sure the heel is touching the floor, like so. As you see, I'm not using my arms, I'm really giving them a little bit of a rest. Just going to do a couple more stretches, just to loosen everything up. That is good. And then back into a nice little steady march. Just take a look at the camera. Boom, here we are again. So, yes, hope you all enjoyed. Well done, everyone. That was quite tough, that was. So adding something a little bit different there in terms of with the punching, with the weights. Obviously, you can use tins and everything like that, but it adds a little bit more of a cardio side to it as well. Another good one I liked, I really enjoyed today was the twists. So it's a really good one for the stomach. Again, it's a really good one to mobilize the back and as we move in. All right. So a couple of ones like that. So even they can be used in two ways. Either can be done cardio wise, you can do it quite quick, or if you do them slow, it can be done as a mobility exercise, and that's where I want to try and give you the tools and try and give you the varied option to try and do. So you can go quick for a cardio workout, or you can go slow for a mobility one, just to get everything moving and everything. So I hope everyone enjoyed today. Okay, excellent, well done. Don't forget to keep in contact with the people from the classes, or even keep in contact with us, just to have a little bit of a conversation, because that's what we need to do, is make sure everyone is safe and well, everyone doing what they do, and improving mental health as well. It's Mental Health Awareness Week, so it's even more important to speak to those people, because people perhaps don't see many others as their friends or anything like that. Yeah, so please give somebody a ring, have a look through your diary, perhaps you haven't spoken to for a while, give them a call, why not, see how they're doing and hope they're keeping well. That is it from me. You all enjoyed, take care, have a good weekend, and no schoolwork next week. Yes, that's all I'm thinking of. Yes, well done. Take care, guys, and see you all soon. Thanks very much, Roy. Thanks very much for watching.